You might have observed that in recent years, the planet has been moving in the direction of becoming more environmentally friendly. Or at least, it seems to be moving in that direction. However, if you've ever purchased a product because the packaging said natural or appeared to be recycled, you may have been a victim of greenwashing. Swedish retailer H&M is one of the most well-known fast fashion companies in the world. It is the world's second largest retailer and operates in 74 countries. Since its inception, H&M has been the focal point of global concern regarding the effects of fast fashion on both the natural world and the workers whose jobs it is to manufacture the clothes we wear. H&M claims to be evolving towards more sustainable methods, but we must verify this by asking, how sustainable and ethical is H&M? Using a target based on scientific research, H&M has committed to achieving a reduction in its emissions of greenhouse gases by the year 2030. It has also committed to using only recycled or sustainable materials by 2030. It is wonderful that H&M is placing an emphasis on sustainability, but these pledges are simply targets, and the year 2030 is still quite a way off. Nevertheless, if the targets are delivered upon, they will undoubtedly represent considerable progress. In addition to this, because the company follows a type of business known as fast fashion, the influence that it has on the environment is always going to be up for debate. You might have noticed that the most recent window displays at H&M contain vibrant posters in pink and red. Its words such as Climate Crusader and Eco Warrior have a striking similarity to posters that environmental activists use during rallies. The enticing color schemes and strong, bold lettering appear quite similar to those employed by the global environmental movement known as Extinction Rebellion. In addition to that, the displays include images of kid activists. The reason for H&M's new marketing strategy appears obvious. Sustainability is trendy at the moment. Despite this, research has shown that fashion businesses routinely deceive the public about their green credentials, and several of Europe's largest fashion brands have been accused of being all style and no substance. The research criticized a significant number of the most well-known brands for engaging in greenwashing practices. H&M in particular was found guilty of deceiving customers by making misleading claims. A survey published in 2021 by the Changing Markets Foundation uncovered an astonishing level of greenwashing, which might catch you by surprise. They examined garments from major high-street fashion manufacturers to determine the authenticity of their sustainability claims, and discovered that 60% of all claims were inaccurate. It's unfortunate, but H&M was discovered to be the greatest offender, with an alarming 96% of their statements being proven to be false. What if you could enjoy the convenience and quantity of fast fashion without feeling guilty? H&M Conscious appears to provide exactly that. The Swedish brand urges you to wear your waste by choosing items produced partially from recycled materials. When something seems too good to be true, you know it's a scam. For those of you who are unaware with H&M's more sustainable range, this is what they consider conscious. A product must contain at least 50% sustainable materials, such as organic cotton and recycled polyester, although many of their items contain significantly more. Aside from the year-round Conscious line, H&M releases a Conscious exclusive collection twice a year, where they incubate novel materials and technologies that are later incorporated into H&M's main collections. Last year, the Swedish multinational debuted 3 new fabrics: hemp biofiber, a cellulosic fiber generated from circular content; Naya Renew, another cellulosic fiber sourced from circular content; and Vegia, a vegan leather made from grapes. So far so good. These are appropriate steps. It's evident that H&M is working to become more sustainable, and as a large corporation, every tiny step they take is crucial. But hold on, they want us to reduce trash through shopping? This is where things start to become awkward. According to the apparel retailer's website, we want to avoid waste and allow material to move in circles. You can help make concepts like these a reality by shopping with us. The shortcut to sustainable choices? Conscious shopping, etc. There is a common misunderstanding between the terms conscious and conscience, with the former referring to deliberate and intentional awareness of one's surroundings, and the latter relating to an individual's moral sense of right and evil. On the other hand, neither of these words permits businesses to overstate the impact of your efforts to reduce your environmental footprint. Purchasing from H&M Conscious doesn't eliminate waste, it adds waste. The majority of their garments are constructed from composite materials, which means they are more resistant to wear and tear. For example, this studded sweater is made up of 52% polyester, 41% acrylic, 4% wool, and 3% elastane. In their marketing campaigns, H&M says the opposite. Take, for example, their recycling program. It is one of the oldest and most widespread in-store recycling programs anywhere in the world, and they have recycling bins placed in the majority of their more than 4,200 locations across the globe. The Swedish fashion company explains what it does with donations in vibrant advertising campaigns that feature phrases such as, "Let's shred your jeans into bits and make new jeans out of them," and "shred it into fibers and stitch it into something new." However, according to iCollect, which is the business that manages the donations for H&M, just 35% of what is collected is actually recycled in any way. Your donated garments are frequently resold in countries such as Kenya, where they wind up partly in second-hand markets and partly in landfills. Recycling garments into other textiles is time-consuming and expensive, especially with blended fabrics. Only 0.7% of all the materials that H&M uses each year to manufacture its projected 500 million clothes are recycled materials. This means that the majority of the materials used are virgin materials. This is terrible, isn't it? Aside from the hazy sustainability promises, there is no mention of the labor conditions under which their H&M conscious clothing is produced. Social ethics, in our opinion, should be included in a conscious fashion line. When it comes to labor conditions at H&M Group in general, it obtains a grade of "It's a start" on Good On You. It received a Fashion Transparency Index score of 71 to 80%, and it publishes thorough information on its supplier policies, audit, and remedial processes. However, transparency does not imply improved working circumstances. Almost no part of H&M's supply chain is certified by labor standards that guarantee worker health and safety, living wages, or other labor rights. How environmentally friendly is H&M conscious? Humans make up businesses, and no human being is perfect, nor is it capable of bringing about change quickly, especially when you have to transport a massive tanker containing thousands of sophisticated production chains, stockholders, and consumers who expect more sustainable and fair fashion but are addicted to low pricing. We honestly feel H&M is devoting significant time and money to democratizing sustainable and fair fashion. So, rather than focusing entirely on what the fashion giant doesn't do, we'll praise every move in the right way. We believe that H&M Conscious might be a terrific alternative for consumers with a limited budget and little time to browse second-hand platforms and retailers. What irritates individuals is how the brand brags about its efforts and results while ignoring its flaws. Is it stupid of us to ask for a more humble, comprehensive, and honest appraisal of where H&M Conscious now stands? It's the only way to allow customers to make truly conscious fashion choices. Now, its marketing engine deceives consumers about the nature of its conscious line, prompting them to make an economic decision they would not have made otherwise. Making customers assume that buying at H&M Conscious is the quickest route to guilt-free consumption is, in our view, unethical. This is because it focuses solely on the painful guilt that consumers feel as a result of a growing awareness about the true cost of their appetite for trendy, low-priced clothing. There is work to be done, such as exchanging, repairing, thrifting, and caring for others, in addition to making the occasional shopping stop. The fashion industry is in desperate need of transformation, but telling clients fairy tales will only serve to slow down the transition process. Well, that's it from this video. What do you think of the greenwashing practices of H&M? Do you think we will still be able to cope with climate change as a result of greenwashing? Share your thoughts by commenting below. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and share this video with your friends to help spread awareness. Also, consider subscribing to our channel for more interesting videos every week.